Western. In this video, we'll guide you step by step through the installation of the 8900 series hinged door. Before starting the installation, please read the instruction manual thoroughly. It contains essential safety information and detailed installation guidelines. The rough opening must be properly waterproofed in accordance with AMA Installation Master standards, as well as flashing and sealant manufacturer guidelines. All work must comply with local building codes. Some steps will require 2 people, so plan accordingly. Western recommends that all products be installed by experienced professionals. Have the following tools ready for this installation. The 8900 series hinge door can be installed in 2 configurations, nail fin or equal leg. Nail fin installation process. Prepare the rough opening. Confirm the opening is square using a tape measure. Use a level to ensure plumb and level conditions. Apply sill flashing along the bottom, extending at least 6 inches up each jamb. Flash the opening in accordance with the AMA Installation Master's Handbook. Apply sealant at the sill, up the side jambs, and into the corners. Before mounting the unit, prep the door assembly. You may remove the door assembly by lifting it off the hinges. This makes it easier to handle the frame assembly. Apply sealant to the back side of all nail fins. Next, install the door assembly. With assistance, tilt the unit into the rough opening. Use shims as needed for a snug fit. Before anchoring, recheck that the unit is square, plumb, and level. Anchor the frame. Pre-drill holes using a 13/64-inch drill bit. Install the first screw 3 inches from each corner and space additional screws 12 inches apart. Use the provided screws. Seal all screw heads and nail fin edges once anchoring is complete. Cover all corners with corner gaskets, ensuring full coverage of the nail fins. Apply sealant where the gaskets touch the frame. Test the door by opening and closing to verify proper function. The nail fin installation is now complete. You can now proceed to the door adjustment section. Equal leg installation. Prepare the rough opening. Confirm the opening is square using a tape measure. Use a level to ensure plumb and level conditions. Apply sill flashing to the bottom and extend up 6 inches along the jambs. Flash the side and head jambs as well. Apply sealant to the sill, side jambs, and corners per AMA standards. Next, prep the door frame. Open the door to access the interior frame. Remove the thermal caps on both side jambs, and the head jamb use a plastic pry tool if necessary. Carefully remove the thermal caps. Take care not to damage them. Pre-drill holes in the interior frame using a 13/64-inch drill bit. Place holes 3 inches from each edge and 12 inches apart between them. Carefully close the door after prep. After prepping the door frame, install the door assembly. With assistance, position the unit in the opening. Shim as needed to ensure a proper fit. Open the door to access the anchoring holes. Fasten using number 10x2-inch screws. Take care not to over-tighten. Seal all screw heads and frame edges once anchoring is complete. Once all anchors are in place, reinstall the thermal caps. Notch caps as needed to accommodate screw locations or clearances. Close the door and verify smooth operation. Finally, seal the exterior. Apply backer rod and sealant around the perimeter, vertical sides, and head jamb according to standard procedures. Equal leg installation is now complete. Door adjustment. You can adjust the door for proper operation using the following steps. Swing the door open and locate the hinges. You can adjust the hinges by moving them up or down. Only do this step if you need to adjust the position of the hinges. If you do need to adjust the hinge position, first, place a construction jack underneath the door to hold the door in place. Then, loosen the hinge screws and move the hinges up or down as needed. Only adjust the hinges if needed, or if the doors are large and sluggish. Next, if you wish to adjust the panel up or down, close the door and continue with the following steps. Locate the hinges and remove the end caps. Remove components as needed to expose the adjustment nut. Use an Allen wrench to access the threaded adjustment nut inside. To lower the panel, loosen the nut slightly on both hinges. Lower as needed for a tighter fit. To raise the panel, tighten the nut slightly on both hinges. Raise as needed for a tighter fit. When finished, reinstall all previously removed hinge components. We recommend leaving a 1/16-inch gap between hinges. For a horizontal adjustment hinge spacing, open the door panel. Next, loosen the screws on the panel hinge that's attached to the door frame. Insert the provided shims between the hinge and the frame. Use as many as necessary to achieve desired spacing. Fully tighten the screws once shims are in place. Use caution not to over-tighten screws during adjustment. Test the door for a smooth operation. Once the door is properly aligned, secure all hinge fasteners using a 1/4 inch by 20 by 1 inch long Phillips flathead thread cutting screw for metal. Before inserting the screw, pre-drill a hole using a drill gun with a number 7 or 13/16. Insert the screw through the center hinge hole and anchor as needed. Open and close the door several times to confirm smooth operation. You can further adjust the door by adjusting the strike plates. To adjust the strike plates, use two 1/8-inch wrenches and turn the Allen nuts located on the bottom and top part of the plates. Move the plate to the right or left as needed. Open and close the door firmly to ensure it's properly working. Ensure all fasteners are tight, sealed, and in accordance with the instruction manual. Some assemblies might require the door handle to be installed. When installing the door handle, make sure the lock faces the inside of the room and key knob faces outside the room. Locate the center edge of the door frame and place the door handle parts as shown. Once the handles are in place, use a mallet to tab the handles into place. Make sure the handles are fully in place, but do not over-tighten. Next, use the screws to secure the assembly to the door frame. Do not over-tighten the screws. If you over-tighten the screws, the door handles might not return to their original position when opened. Double-check that the handles open and go back to their original position with ease. Finally, secure the stash. Do a final check and make sure the handles are working properly. If needed, loosen the screws or tighten as needed. Congratulations! Installation of the 8900 series hinge door is now complete. Thank you for choosing Western.